I am Poornashree from MES Institute of Management and a Disha Bharat volunteer. Today I am going to do a book review of Vivekananda Reader, one of the most beautiful books that I have ever read. So without any delay, let us directly jump into the book review of this one. Vivekananda Reader is an anthology and a guided selection of teaching of Swami Vivekananda, who is one of the India's most spiritual leader, philosopher and a visionary. And this book is compiled by M. Shiva Ramakrishna and it has been edited by Narasimha Swami. The book serves as a curated interactive introduction to Swami Vivekananda's works during his early age and middle age as well as during his end age of his life. And it also includes of various speeches, writings, letters and one of the most important one and beautiful one, that is poems. And it also includes the conversation of Swami Vivekananda. So to just tell you a conversation of Swami Vivekananda, and when he had a conversation with his guru, that is Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, all is included in this book, which I will be explaining you detailedly henceforth. It is aimed at both the new generation as well as to old generation also, and new generation or new readers who want to grasp the essence of his thoughts and expression, and students of spiritually who wish to decide and be accessible of presentation of his ideas. As its core, Vivekananda Reader addresses Vivekananda's worldwide, which is both spiritual as well as practical also. Swami Vivekananda was not merely a monk from worldly life. He was a vision thinker also, and he has addressed the anxieties of the societies, individuals and the nation as a whole. And he has addressed the conference which was held in Chicago in the year 1893, as we all know, and there he has also made various statements which has been very useful in Vivekananda's life, and especially which has been very important to youths of India. And he became globally known because of that conference which was held in Chicago, that is Parliament of Religions, and where he addressed the affected universe also. And he also advocates about the religious harmony, the essential unities of truth, and through his books he will also say that not dwell of this event alone, its spirit pervades the society. And for a book, the most important thing is structure and organization of the books. So if you are going to read a book, the thing you are going to see about how the book has been organized and what is the structure of the book. And very important to note that each and every book has a different structure, and it also has a different genres, as each and every readers will be knowing about it. Unlike a traditional narrative method or a biography, this Vivekananda Reader book does not only concentrate about chronology, but it also concentrates about theoretically, that is nothing but theory aspects also. This allows the editor to cluster the passage around major ideals of the society, nationality, spirituality, service and self-realization, harmony, religious and many other things which has been covered in this book. And the result is a reader-friendly one format with relatively short selections, making the profound teachings of Swami Vivekananda easily accessible, understandable by everyone in the society. The book includes a mixture of genres, that is, as I told you before, there is speeches, conversations, poems, letters and all. Coming to the conversation which I had given a gist in the beginning, a conversation between Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Vivekananda. Vivekananda will ask his guru, that is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, have you ever seen God? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa replies, yes, I have seen God as deeply as I see you. In order to know the in-depth meaning of this book, you have to read this one. And the diversity enriches the experience by allowing readers to see the different views of Swami Vivekananda and different voice of Swami Vivekananda's, his oratorical intensity in his speeches, the introspective depth in his letters and the lyrical resonance of his poems and the dialectical clarity of his conversations. And this is one part, that is structure and organization. We do have the one more important part, that is major themes and ideas. The book Vivekananda Reader has 5 important major themes which I am going to tell you today. And the book also depends on the major themes and the ideas, because each and every book will be having a particular theme which plays a key objective, especially while providing a summary. The first one is Spiritual Universalism. One of the most important books, core message of this Swami Vivekananda reader book is that Vivekananda will reflect, that is ultimately we are all one. Oneness is truth. And he also famously said a quote that truth can be stated in different ways, many ways, yet each one is truth only. Isn't it right? And truth may be anything, it may be said by anyone also, but at the end of the day, the statements are true. That is what matters. In the same way, we are all one. All religions are one and we are all religious, and this is what he was trying to say in Chicago conference, and he believed in faith of that. And he also says that universal acceptance and interfaith runs through many sections, encouraging the readers to see beyond the narrow sections identities. Vivekananda's approach is not ideally merely tolerant, but it's a celebratory of religious diversity. He has been always telling that there may be many religions in this world, but at the end of the day, we are all one. And we are all one in this universe is what he wanted to tell. And the second one is the potential divinity of our soul or our life, and every soul in his life only we can tell, which is very important when coming to the spiritual aspect. Another foundation of this Vivekananda reader book is that each individual is inherently divine, and for being divine they need not to be monks or ascetics, and each and every person, each and every creature on this earth is divine, and it has itself its own kind of divinity. And the divinity need not to be same in man and animals will be having a different kind of divinity, and human beings will be having a different kind of divinity. And the third one is practical Vedanta, applying spirituality in life. And this is one of the principle also that Vivekananda was able to preach to others. That is, Vivekananda's teaching are deeply practical in nature, and he was not interested in metaphorical or theoretical or speculations for his sake or for his own interest, but he consistently sought to make spirituality relevant to his real life. This practical aspect emerges in his writings on courage, fearlessness, inner strength, and many more aspects. The fourth one, and also the important one, is service to humanity. And service to humanity is most important for every human beings, creatures on this earth, and perhaps the most socially recent theme is that Vivekananda emphasizes on the selfless service. He believed that true spirituality manifests in service to others, especially the marginalized, the poor, and the oppressed one. He was critical of systems that perpetuate sufferings and injustice, and repeatedly emphasized that the compassion and empathy are the hallmarks of the spirituality advanced person only we can tell. And the fifth one, the most important one, is that education and character building. This education and character building is not mostly included in each and every teachings or ideas or principles of Swami Vivekananda, but he was very interested and he was very keen in this education and character building. And he was also how much he has told that religion is one, and in the same way equally he has told that education is very important to everyone and to every human being, and being literate is also very important. Vivekananda also advocated for an education progress system that develops character building automatically, critical thinking, and social awareness among human beings. He saw education as a means to empower the individuals to become responsible citizens rather than being mere repositories of information. Isn't it so true, right? And although not all selections in these books are explicitly about education, his philosophy lingers in the broader sense for self-improvement and the social and societal improvement also. And the most important thing before reading a book is that you have to know the strength of the book. That is, how the book is different or how the book is apart from all other books. So let us know the strengths of the books. And one of the important strength of this book is diversity of content. And it includes speeches, letters, poems, conversations, as I have already told you earlier. And this is one of the strengths and a unique thing about this books. And one of the book's greatest strength is that Vivekananda's entire complete work span multiple volumes and hundreds of pages has been recorded in this. And in this book, each and every aspect and each and every stage and phase of Swami Vivekananda is recorded, right from his childhood, questioning to his Guru Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and his conference in Chicago at his 30th age, and many more things like this. Like important aspects of Swami Vivekananda is recorded in this book, and you can tell this book as a complete package which records the whole and important incidents of Swami Vivekananda's which had occurred in his life. The book's relevance to contemporary issues such as religious tolerance, intolerance, or social inequality, and the search for the meaning is another one major important. Just jumping into the conclusion, I would like to say that Vivekananda Reader is a great book for the people who are going to read Vivekananda's or related to Vivekananda book for the first time. And it is not only completely about philosophy, it includes everything like spirituality, education, and what not about Vivekananda in this book. And Vivekananda Reader is a remarkable and accessible introduction to Vivekananda's life, figures, and spiritual and philosophical ideals of Swami Vivekananda. It successfully brings forth the core teachings of Swami Vivekananda on spirituality, human potential and service, and also the unity without overharming any other religious also. And if you are a reader who want to know about philosophy, spirituality, especially about Vivekananda in one book, then Vivekananda Reader is the best one which I would like to suggest you. Thank you.